Friends, welcome back to y'all in English lecture. So my dear students, in previous lecture already we have started the new chapter Chasing the Sea Monsters. So let's continue the same chapter. So I request y'all to kindly get ready with your English textbook and carry pen pencil in your hand. So students, I request you all to open your textbook page number 43. Chapter number 2.6, Chasing the Sea Monsters. So already we have started this chapter in previous lecture. We learned in previous lecture that animal that came to the frigate with a double speed of its, and all the crew members which were there in that frigate, they were afraid of this animal because its speed was almost double of the frigate. So the Professor Aronnax, he was worried about this creature, and he was just thinking that let's wait for daylight and then we will play a different role. Now let's see further what happens. The whole crew stayed on their feet all night long. No one even thought of sleeping. Unable to compete with the monster's speed, our frigate, the Abraham Lincoln, slowed down. For its part, the animal mimicked the frigate, simply rode with the waves, but did not leave the field of battle. So, my dear students, now here the whole crew members were unable to sleep because of this monster, because of this creature, and no one even thought of sleeping. Because of this monster's speed, they were still unbelievable. It was not easy to believe that there are monsters whose speed is double the speed of frigate. Because as I told you all, the frigate is a speedy ship used in war. So they haven't seen the monster like this, which is double the speed of the frigate. So they were unable to sleep. They were afraid of this giant or creature. Abraham Lincoln slowed down. The Abraham Lincoln, who was present in that crew, in that ship, in that frigate, he said that to compare the monster's speed of frigate, it was unable to compare the monster's speed with frigate. So it was almost the double of the frigate. The speed was double of the frigate. For its part, the animal mimicked the frigate, simply rode with the waves, but did not leave the field of battle. Dear students, crew means people working on the ship. They are known as crew members. Okay, crew means what? People working in the ship. So dear students, now the animal mimicked the frigate and did not leave the field of battle. However, near midnight it disappeared, or to use a more appropriate expression, it went out like a huge glowworm. Had it fled from us? We didn't know and were filled with fear and hope at the same time. But at 12:53, a deafening hiss could be heard, resembling the sound made by water spout expelled with tremendous intensity. So, dear students, as they were traveling on sea, they were these crew members, they were afraid of the monster, and in the same manner the monster went down and it with a huge glowworm. Now glowworm means what? It is an insect that emits light. Glowworm means it is an insect. So it disappeared. The monster disappeared like a glowworm, and Had it fled from us? So the crew members, they were discussing with each other that had it fled from us, we didn't know and were filled with fear and hope at the same time. At the same time, the crew members, they were filled with fear. Why fear? Because they were not knowing that whether the monster has vanished away, has disappeared, or still there with a huge glowworm. So at the same time, they were filled with fear and a hope. Why fear? Because they were not knowing that whether the monster has vanished or went away. And hope, because they were thinking that yes, the monster has disappeared already, but they were not confirmed whether the monster is still there waiting for them to attack, or it has already vanished. But at 12:53, a deafening hiss could be heard, resembling the sound made by water spout expelled with tremendous intensity. And finally, the result which happened was the fear that the monster has not vanished yet, it has not disappeared yet. The monster at 12:43, there was a his deafening sound, deafening hiss, and resembling what that deafening hiss resembled, it resembled the sound made by water spout expelled with tremendous intensity. So this sound was made by the monster, and they were so scared about it. By then, Commander Farragut, Ned Land, and I were on the after deck, peering eagerly into the darkness. Tell me, Ned Land, isn't that the noise cetaceans make when they spurt water from their blowholes? So, dear students, the writer of this chapter, who is the writer of the chapter? Yes, Jules Verne. So, he was a French writer. So, he says that he and the Commander Farragut Ned Land, they were on the after deck. They were on the after deck, and deck means after deck. Deck means a floor, flat area built on a ship. So this writer and the Commander Farragut, they were on the after deck. They were on the deck. They were on the floor, peering eagerly into the darkness. They were peering eagerly into the darkness. They were also scared. There was a fear. There was a fearsome. Fearsome means scary, frightening. And tell me, Ned Land, isn't that noise cetaceans make when they spurt water from the blowholes? So, this writer, he asks the question to the Commander Farragut Ned Land that the noise which we heard of the water spout expelled with tremendous intensity, he asked him that this sounds like the this thing, the cetaceans means marine animals like whale. You must have seen whale. So he asked the question to this commander that that noise cetaceans make when they spurt water from their blowholes, the noise which we heard, the water spout which we heard just now, he told that that noise that cetaceans make. Cetaceans means marine animals like a whale. So these animals makes the noise when they spurt water from the blowholes. The very noise, sir, but this one way louder. So there can be no mistake. There is differently a whale lurking in our waters. So the Commander Farragut, he says that the very noise, sir, but this one's way louder. Yes, the cetaceans makes the noise, but this one sounds very louder, and so there can be no mistake. There is definitely a whale lurking in our waters. He said there's yes, this kind of sounds the cetaceans makes, and this one was a way louder. This sound was one a way louder, and so there will be no mistake. There is definitely a whale lurking in our waters. So they put an assumption that there is a whale lurking in our water. There is no monster. No need to afraid like that. Only it's a whale lurking in our waters. Near 2 o'clock in the morning, the core of light reappeared 5 miles away from Abraham Lincoln. So near 2 o'clock at 12:53, there was a deafening hiss resembling the sound made by water spout, expelled with tremendous intensity. And now near 2 o'clock in the morning, the core of light reappeared 5 miles away from Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, who was also present. Abraham Lincoln is the name of the ship. Abraham Lincoln means what? It is the name of the ship. The ship was named as an Abraham Lincoln. So around 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a light appeared like glowworm. Glowworm means it is an insect where there is a light. You must have seen the glowworm. If you have not seen, just kindly I request you to search on YouTube or just Google it. It is an insect that emits light, glowworm. So that's why it is named as glowworm. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, the light reappeared 5 miles away from the ship, and the ship was named as Abraham Lincoln. We stayed on the alert until day-night, getting ready for action. Whaling gear was set up along the railings. Our chief officer loaded the blunderbusses, which can launch harpoons as far as mile, and long duck's guns with exploding bullets that can wound and kill even the most powerful animals. Ned Land was content to sharpen his harpoon, a dreadful weapon in his hands. So, dear students, around 2 o'clock there a light appeared 5 miles away from the ship, and the crew members, they stayed alert until daylight. As I have explained to you all earlier, they have already decided that they will take an action in the morning, and now until daylight they were all alert, getting ready for action. Whaling gear was set up along the railings. Our chief officer loaded the blunderbusses, and which can launch harpoons as far as mile away. So blunderbusses means a short large bored gun firing metal balls. I repeat, blunderbusses means a short large bored gun firing metal balls. So the crew members, they all were ready with their weapons. Launch harpoons. Harpoons means a barbed spear attached to a rope and thrown or fired from a gun to hunt whales or large fish. So this type of the harpoons, these types of these things, they are used to hunt a missile. A harpoon means a missile attached to a rope. They are usually used to hunt the whales or large fish. So they were already ready with their weapons. So this type of weapons are used to hunt the animals. So dear students, they all were ready with the harpoons as far as mile and long duck guns. Long duck guns means large short guns used for hunting ducks in large number. Duck guns. Duck guns means large short guns used for hunting ducks in large numbers, with exploding bullets that can wound and kill even the most powerful animals. So these type of weapons which they were carrying, they are so exploding bullets, they can wound and kill even the most powerful animals. Ned Land was content to sharpen his harpoon, a dreadful weapon in his hands. So now Ned Land, he was content to sharpen his harpoon. Harpoon means, as I told, hunt, a gun which is used to hunt whales or large fish. So he has already sharpened his harpoon, a dreadful weapon in his hands. At 6 o'clock, day began to break, and with the dawn's early light, the animal's electric glow disappeared. Now, at 2 o'clock, the core of light reappeared 5 miles away from the ship. And now at 6 o'clock, almost the day began to break. And with the dawn's early light, dawns means sunrise, morning, the animal's electric glow disappeared. The animal's glow already disappeared in the morning at 6 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, a very dense morning mist spread around us. Our best spyglasses were unable to pierce it. The outcome disappointed and anger. So at 7 o'clock, as you all know, there was a dense morning mist spread around us. There is a daylight at 7 o'clock. And our best spyglasses were unable to pierce it. The outcome disappointed and anger. So the morning light, early light, which has already spread all over, and by that time the outcome disappointed anger. The outcome was disappointed and anger. Why? Because the animal, the monster, has already disappeared. At 8 o'clock, the mist rolled away and the horizon grew wider and clearer. Suddenly, Ned Land's voice could be heard. "There is the thing in question. Astern to port," the harpooner shouted. Every eye looked toward the point indicated. So, dear students, now at 8 o'clock, the mist rolled away. There were a mist rolled away and the horizon grew wider and clearer. Suddenly, Ned Land's voice could be heard. "There is a thing in question. Astern to port," the harpooner shouted. Every eye looked toward the point indicated. Astern to port. Astern to port means, yes students, astern to port means astern to port means towards the hinder part or stern, backward. Astern to port means backward. So there were a mist rolled away, and by that time everyone suddenly heard the voice of Ned Land. And he said that there is the thing in question. Backward, the harpooner shouted. Every eye looked toward the point indicated. "There is a mile and a half from the frigate. A long blackish body emerged a meter above the waves, quivering violently. Its tail was creating a considerable current." And finally, the Ned Land, he found something. He told to the other crew members that there is a mile away, from the mile away of this Abraham Lincoln, from this ship, there a mile away, mile and a half from the frigate, there he saw a blackish body emerged a meter above the waves. He saw the blackish body emerged a meter above the sea waves. Quivering violently, its tail was creating a considerable current. Quivering, he saw the blackish body quivering violently, its tail. Its tail, that monster was quivering its tail, which was a considerable current. So, dear students, I hope so you have understood this, whatever I have explained you all today. There will be no written homework for you all. Just go through these points. Just read the lesson till where I have explained. That will be your homework. We'll see you in the next lecture. Till that, stay connected, stay safe.